Hey guys, Kimberly here, and I had something happen over this last week that has completely shifted my view on my business. It literally rocked my world. I was put in Facebook jail. It's so crazy. It happened. So here's the deal. I personally use Facebook for a lot of my business. Now, I try to follow the rules. Like I don't normally post about my business on my personal profile. I normally use my business page and my VIP group, but I do parties on Facebook. And I do a lot of parties on Facebook. And apparently what got flagged was one of my domains. So I have a domain like with my name, and I have other domains that are for my business that are shortened. So it's kind of like instead of using bit.ly, I use my own personal shortened links. Well, it got flagged. And I have 11 parties booked over the next couple of weeks. And so I can't gamble as to whether or not I'm going to be in jail or out of jail. So I completely jumped off Facebook. I jumped in headfirst into Sqweee. It's a funny name, but you guys, it has been so amazing. It has been a game changer, total game changer for parties. So Facebook was not made for us, for our businesses, for our direct selling business. It was not made to do parties on. Sqweee was made for us by direct sellers. So it is meant to be an online platform that is completely for the party atmosphere. So one thing that I want to share with you, that reason why I love Sqweee is because when you're in a Facebook party, you have all these different posts and the conversation stays on that one post and it's not continuous. And sometimes it gets lost and sometimes you don't get a notification that you got a comment or what have you. But with Sqweee, everything is fluid and continuous and there is no broken up chat or like comments. It's all in the chat box. So I wanted to show you how I'm using Sqweee. I just love saying that. How I'm using Sqweee. So one thing that I love is the people that you invite do not have to create an account. All they need is either a direct link to RSVP to the event or a code to RSVP for the event. I personally like the link because if you give someone a code, they might forget it. But if they have the link, it takes them straight there. So let me log in to my Sqweee and I will show you what it looks like and how to do this. Okay, so the first thing, once you have logged into your Sqweee, one of the first things you want to do is you want to come up to your account and go to your profile. You're going to make sure you add a picture of yourself, make sure your information is correct, and then right down here, you're going to click Add a Business, and this is where you can choose the company that you're with. Then this right here, this is kind of like the About You post. Like if we're comparing Sqweee to Facebook parties, this is where you would put About You. Like what do you want people to know about you and your business? Yada, 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 okay? Then right here, this is really important. For consultant ID, you want to put in the first part of your website. So if you are a Scentsy consultant, you want to put in the first part of your website. So for me, it's wicklesskimberly.scentsy.us. Whatever that first part of your website is, you'll put that in right there because if anyone decides to share their template with you, it'll automatically make all of the links to your website. Super awesome, right? Now let's go to the dashboard. So I'm going to create a brand new event from scratch so you can see what this looks like. So we'll create an event. First, you want to give it a description. So test event, whatever you want to call it. You'll want to paste a description. I usually type mine out and copy and paste it, change a couple of names, times, links. But one thing that is cool is you can make things clickable. So just highlight what you want to be clickable as a link and then click the link button and you can put in the www. So there is that. Next, we kind of work from the top going down, right? So the next bottom left thing is going to be About You, the consultant. So when you select your business, that is going to populate that About You post. Host code is going to be whenever you create a party in your back office, every single host link is given a code. So if you create the event and you click on the link, you'll see there's, and let's see how many numbers. So it's about an 8-digit number, but you'll want to put the host code there because again, if someone shared their template with you, there's a section where it has the host code. So it makes that link your link and that host party link. It is pretty awesome, like I said. So let's say it's this one. We're going to do this for Saturday at 12 p.m. I like this. You can kind of see where things are. I'm in Arizona. I'm kind of the odd man out, right? So we'll just do Arizona. Select. Now, host information is really, really neat. So you can click on visit page and it's going to take you to another screen. Unfortunately, it's not going to let me record on that screen right now. But it gives you the option to put their picture, their name, and put a little blurb. So just go to Facebook, grab their profile picture, upload that, put their name, and just put something in there. Maybe just something about the warmers or the party and how they're excited. And then you can save it. Then you can do copy link right here. And you can send that to your host and say, hey, this is already put together for you. You have full editing capability. If you want to change something, if you want to type something else, if you want to change the picture, go ahead and do that. But this link is going to be your specific link as the host. Now, moving down a little bit further, we can do add a RSVP survey. The surveys are really great for if you want to maybe offer them a sample or just get information from them. So I already have a survey, so I'm going to import the survey, my code, which of course you can use the same code. But you can see, so the very first question is, do you want a sample? The next one is, have you used Scentsy before? And the last one is, do you want to be texted before the party starts for the on-time drawing? So that also gets me their address and it gets me their phone number, which is awesome. And whenever they RSVP, they should hopefully give their email because the email is going to remind them, or Sqweee is going to remind them when the event starts, which is awesome. Okay, so now that we've done all the top, all the middle, we added the survey, now it's time to make our event timeline. So what these people are going to see when they come to the party. So I thought it'd be fun to do a costume change in between the RSVP survey and the timeline. But this is kind of a pivotal moment that you can stop. So once you finish that survey, you can hit the save event and you can start the host coaching process, right? You can say, hey, like, let's get going. Would you be okay if I sent you, you would copy this link. Would you be okay if I sent you, your host link? It's completely editable, customizable. I've already put some things in there for you, but if you want to edit things, you certainly can. So I make sure they know that that link that I'm going to send them is not meant to be shared with other people. It is just theirs. It is not what we are using to invite people with. So after they have looked at their host link and they've maybe made some edits, maybe changed their picture, or if they say they're good to go, then I use the copy full link right here, and I give that link to them, and that's going to be the link they use to invite their guests to the event. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this full link. All you have to do is click on it and it copies it for you. So this is what it looks like on a desktop. It is really, really nice, and I love how it's kind of like pulsating in the middle for them to RSVP. The same thing is on the mobile, but you can see at the top, it's going to say the event over here, and then where it says click here, that's going to have the event description. And then underneath that, it's going to have the host name. And at the bottom, it's going to be about you, the consultant. And your host can start sending out this link right now. You don't have to have anything else done. You don't have to have your slides loaded. You don't have to have products in there, nothing. They can start inviting now, and you can start working on that on the back end. Okay, so you can see underneath add a timeline, it says required to start event. You have to have something loaded before you can start it, not save it. So let's go ahead and click on the timeline, and I'll show you how to import a timeline if someone has shared one with you, or go ahead and add your own. Okay, so I can probably understand that this looks a little intimidating, right? Like, where do I go? Where do I start? So the first thing you're going to want to do is go up to the top left where it has the big plus sign. When you click on that, it gives you options of what do you want to do? Like, what kind of post do you want to add? You can add a text and an image. And if you click on text and image, it's more than just that. So you can see it's just text, or it's just an image, or it's side by side or on top of each other. I'm a huge fan of having 100% control over it. So all of my slides are full picture slides. So that way it has my branding, it has pictures of me, and it has like my fonts. So that way it's tied to my brand. And then right down here, it tells you the best dimensions, 1600 by 1000 pixels. I love to use Canva, but you could use whatever you want to make those images. Let's look at another one. You could do a video post. Video posts are great. You can go to your company's website. So I'm with Scentsy. Scentsy has a lot of really awesome videos, really short ones too. So all you have to do is once you add that video, up here on the top where it says change video, you just paste the YouTube link. Once you paste that link, you just hit look up and it'll verify that the link that you pasted is the link that you want it to be, or is the video that you want it to be. So if you want to use that video, you just choose use video. I'm an avid saver, so I always press the save button in between every single thing. I don't want any of my work to be lost. Even though it might auto save, I always hit save. But let's say we want to do a poll. So polls are such an awesome way to get to know your guest. Okay, so I added some options. I'm going to save it. So that way, whenever we do a test event, you'll be able to see what that looks like. One of my favorite things is going to be these two right here, the shake the 8-ball and spin the wheel. So let's do shake the 8-ball. So you can use this any type of game format that you want. For me currently, I have the shake the 8-ball for them to guess how much money we've donated to charity. So I would change this shake to win. So guess how much we've donated, and then we can add options in, and I'm just gonna add different amounts. Okay, so I've added all my types, and you want to give confetti to the right answer. So we've donated 10 million or over 10 million. So I'm going to choose 10 million to have the confetti, and all the other ones, I'm going to want it to tell them to shake again. So change these and save. So the next slide after this is going to be about our charitable cause products. So now let's try the spin the wheel. So I accidentally pressed it twice, and you can see here over on the side, I have 2 spin wheels. So to delete post, you'll hit delete post, and then you can choose which ones you want to delete. You can delete multiples at a time. So I really only want to delete one, so we'll delete post. Okay, then we're gonna click this little edit button, and then you choose like whatever you want it to say, whatever you want this to be for. We'll just keep it at spin to win. And then I will just put in a bunch of samples, and they'll just save and preview to see what that looks like. And unfortunately, you can't edit the colors as of the time that I'm recording this. So it's just gonna be the rainbow, and I'm good with that. So we'll hit save and close. So the last slide I'm gonna show you is going to be the time to shop slide. This is going to hold every single thing that they have starred. And starred doesn't mean that they want to make a purchase. It just means that it's on their wish list. And I make sure to say that, like, star as many things as you want. It's just your wish list. That does not mean you're going to buy. Time to shop is editable. How to shop is editable. You can change all of that. But those are all the main types of posts. So one thing I want to mention is you can see that there's these times. So this is a 3, 5, 5. That's how many minutes that slide is going to automatically be up on the screen. Now, you know as well as me, it's not going to take someone 5 minutes to answer a poll. So you can come back to all the ones that are maybe static ones, like maybe it's just a picture and text. The poll options, even the games, it's not going to take people 5 minutes to play the game, and we don't want it to take 5 minutes, right? That's the beauty of this. So you can come down here for post link, and you can bring it down to however long you want it to be. 1 minute is the lowest it can be, but once we get to the test event, I can show you something else. Anywhere you have a video, it's going to automatically be 1 minute longer, or it's going to round up. So if it's 2 minutes and 30 something seconds, it's going to be a 3 minute time. And you can see up here at the top, it says duration 24 minutes. We know good and well that it's not going to take 24 minutes to go through all these slides. I have probably about 20 slides, and it takes about 20 minutes for my parties. And I have a lot of videos, and I have a 5-minute video that showcases how my family and I use the products. So a lot of these are going to go a lot quicker than 1 minute. So if someone is sharing their timeline with you, you can come up here to the plus sign and put import a timeline from library or code. And if you have a code, you just paste it here, search, and it will upload everything. Now, if you've had past parties, you can come here and you can say, okay, well, I want this one to have all of these posts. So just for this, I'm going to choose Shannon's, preview, and you can see all of mine, and we're going to import it. And you can see all the slides that were imported started after the ones that I have already added. So that is just an FYI for you. So the last thing I want to share with you on the back end side of this is adding products. So if you have someone, again, who is going to be so very generous and nice and share with you a code to import all of the products, all you have to do is go to your library and products, again, add or import, jump over to import products, and then paste the code there. And you'll get all of the products that were in that code. Speaking of products, one of the things that I hear people say a lot when it comes to Sqweee is, I don't want to enter in all the products. Well, let me tell you, neither do I, because there are a ton of products that we have. So what I've done is anytime I show a product, I don't just share just that one product in the product list on the bottom. I share the link to the overarching category. So if I share a fragrance mist like this, it's not going to go to that one fragrance mist. It's going to go to the overall category. So when they click on it to go there, they see all of the fragrance mist and all of the scent options. Same thing like here with the pet products. The link for that takes them to all of the pet products and not just to one thing. So I'm not entering in 3 different items or more than that because there's different scents, right? I'm entering just one, and they choose once they get there where they want to go. So that saves a lot of time. So the last thing I want to show you on the back end, again, has to do with products. So let's say someone was so generous with you and they gave you their code and you have all of the products in your library. But let's say you have products that you're showcasing that the other person didn't have in their library. Maybe it's a specific warmer or a specific scent that you want to showcase. So you're going to want to go to the slide that has the product in it that you're talking about that you are wanting to tag. So let's just say this poll talks about car bar clips for some reason. I'm going to click on add a new product. You're going to need to upload an image. And I just chose the first image, right? It doesn't have to go to that one. So, and they're $9. And so this next part is important. So this is the link to all of the car bar clips, not just that one, all of them. And it's one that's attached to a party. So what you do when you come here is right down here, you can see the link formatting. So I'm going to want to replace this first part with that C-ID and then the host code down here with host code and then save and close. And so now we can see that we have car bar clips, and look at that. Even though we put that C-ID, my information has popped up. So it's so important if you are building and adding products that you enter your link that way, because at any point, if you're going to want to share with someone, it's going to make the process so much easier for the next person. So again, what we entered in the CID and the host ID, that's going to be pulled from that first event page. Now, if you have an amazing timeline and you want to share it, down here at the bottom, this right here is going to be the code that you're going to want to share with them. So let's hit save, and then let's have this party. Let's see what it looks like once we're in party mode. Oops, before I forget, make sure you hit close timeline once you are done. So now we have our timeline done and entered. You will see that it is orange colored in, and you can make changes to that timeline all the way up until you hit start event. So I'll hit save. Now, as soon as I hit start event, the Sqweee system is going to send an email to anyone who gave their email when they RSVP'd, which is pretty dang awesome. So I'm going to hit start event, and we'll be able to see the back side of it. Start event. Okay, so this is what it looks like on the back end. Now, because we didn't upload a picture, this is what pops up first. Kind of like navigation-wise, I want to show you. You can see right here, 4 minutes, 24 seconds. That's how long this is going to stay on the screen, okay? Minimum. Now, if you want to I want it to be like 7 minutes. Maybe you started the event a little early and are waiting for people to come in. You can delay the post by a minute, or 2 or 3. So let's do delay post. So now you can see it says 6 minutes. Now, if you wanted to hurry it along, you could also hit the hurry along button. So as people are coming in, you'll be able to see their names popping up over here on attendees. And one thing that I love is you can assign people badges. So like for me, I like to give my host a crown. So if you hover over their name, you'll see a little emoji. If you click on that, you can see I have some most recently used. So I give my host a crown. I give the first person in the party a watch. The person who wins the on-time prize gets the little trophy or a medal. And then anyone who's just been chatting a lot, I give them 100. So let's say I'm the host. You can see I have my crown. And just some info at the bottom. So event post locked means that they can't go forward or back in the post. They have to stay with you. Group chat open means it's open. And then when you're done with your event, you're going to want to choose leave event. Don't hit end event. If you hit end event, that ends it for everyone and no one can go back and look. So what I do when I'm done, the party is over, I close the group chat, I unlock the post, and I leave the event. Let's say that, you know what, let me jump ahead to my post. Okay, so one thing that I like to do is I like to have this post at the very beginning, and as soon as I start the event, I immediately bypass this post. Okay, so I immediately click on next post. So that way, as people are coming in, this is what they see. Okay, so once the party is over and you go back to unlock the event post, as people come and are looking afterwards, they'll see that first post and they'll know kind of what to do. I'm going to jump to the polls so you can kind of see what it looks like on the back side. One thing I do like to do before I jump to that is I like to have a slide with my host favorite items, and then I can also put those items at the bottom, right? So if people want to get what she got, they can do the same thing. And so here you can see like the next few slides will help me get to know you a little bit better. Ready, set, poll, okay? So it automatically puts us in the consultant view, which is my view. This is what your attendees are going to see, okay? So as soon as people start voting, this is everyone who is going to be in the party. As soon as they start voting, their names are going to slide over. So if everyone votes in 3 seconds, look, just click the next post and it goes to the next question. So you don't have to sit there and wait. As soon as everyone's answered, keep moving forward, right? It is so fast paced. So once people answer, next post. So this one is, what have you never tried? Those different ones. So as soon as I see all their names jump over to where it says attendees, next one. Super easy. And honestly, you guys, that's pretty much it. It goes really fast, a lot faster than your average party. So I highly encourage you to jump in and try this. Get some girls together, do a mock one with your team or maybe some of your VIPs so you can kind of get the feel of what this looks like. Below this video, I will share a timeline that you can use. It's going to be very generic just to kind of show you what you can add in. I will share my product code with you, and I will share my RSVP survey with you. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, just put it down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.